when kindness turns against you. A lesson in self-respect. Hello, everyone. Sometimes we do so much for others that we end up forgetting ourselves. And today's story is about exactly that. Every day, we show small acts of kindness. Imagine this. You help someone every single day, from the heart, without expecting anything. But the one day you say no, that same person turns against you. Today's story isn't just about a cup of tea. It's about the moment when kindness becomes your biggest mistake. And what happens in the end will make you question, is giving too much actually a betrayal of yourself? Today's story is about someone who simply wanted to help, but unknowingly started losing his own value. This isn't just a story. It's a reality check for everyone who always says yes. It started as a simple act of kindness, one of those small, almost invisible moments that most people wouldn't even notice. On a quiet morning, just as the city was waking up, Amir stood at a roadside tea stall, holding 2 cups instead of 1. The second cup wasn't for him. It was for a man sitting a few feet away, an elderly stranger wrapped in worn-out clothes, his hands trembling slightly from the cold. Amir walked over, offered the tea, and gave a polite smile. The old man looked surprised at first, then grateful. No words were exchanged, just a nod, a silent agreement that kindness still existed in a world that often forgot it. That could have been the end of the story. A good deed, a moment of humanity, something Amir would forget by the end of the day. But it wasn't. The next morning, as Amir returned to the same tea stall, the old man was there again. This time, he didn't wait. He looked straight at Amir, expectant, almost certain. Without thinking much, Amir bought another cup and handed it over. Again, the nod. Again, the silence. Days passed. The routine repeated itself. 1 cup for Amir. 1 cup for the old man. At first it felt good. There's a certain warmth that comes from helping someone without expecting anything in return. Amir felt that warmth every morning. It gave his day a sense of purpose, a quiet pride. But slowly, something began to change. The old man stopped nodding. He stopped smiling. Instead of gratitude, there was now expectation. If Amir arrived even a few minutes late, the old man would look irritated. If Amir hesitated before buying the second cup, the old man's expression would harden. And then, one day, it happened. Amir reached the stall, checked his wallet, and realized he was short on cash. He could only afford 1 cup. He stood there for a moment, thinking. It was just tea after all, but something inside him felt uneasy. He bought his own cup. As he turned around, he could feel the old man's eyes on him. Heavy, accusing. "You forgot something," the old man said, his voice sharp. Amir paused. "I'm sorry. I don't have enough today." The response came quickly, almost angrily. "You've been bringing it every day. What changed?" That question hit harder than it should have. What changed? Amir didn't answer. He just walked away. But the warmth he once felt was gone. In its place was something unfamiliar, something uncomfortable. Guilt. That night, Amir couldn't stop thinking about it. Had he done something wrong? Was kindness supposed to come with conditions? Or had he unknowingly created an expectation he couldn't sustain? The next morning, he returned to the tea stall. The old man was there again, sitting in the same spot. Waiting. Amir took a deep breath and walked up to him. "I helped you because I wanted to," he said calmly. "Not because I had to." The old man frowned. "And now you don't want to?" "That's not it," Amir replied. But kindness doesn't mean obligation. I can help when I can, but I can't be responsible for you every day. There was a long silence. For the first time, the old man looked uncertain. And that's when the real story begins. Not about tea, not about charity, but about something much deeper. Because what Amir experienced is something millions of people go through, often without realizing it. Kindness, when repeated without boundaries, can quietly transform into expectation. And expectation, when unmet, can turn into resentment. It's a pattern we see everywhere. A friend who always borrows money but never returns it. A colleague who relies on you to cover their work because you never say no. Even family members who begin to assume your support is guaranteed, no matter the cost to you. It starts small. A favor here, a sacrifice there. And before you know it, what was once generosity becomes an unspoken contract. The problem isn't kindness itself. The problem is forgetting self-respect. Amir didn't realize that by giving every day without pause, he was teaching the other person something. Not about generosity, but about dependency. And more importantly, he was teaching himself that his own limits didn't matter. That's where the story takes its turn. Because true kindness isn't about giving endlessly. It's about giving consciously. It's about understanding that helping someone should never come at the cost of losing yourself. That saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you aware. In the days that followed, Amir changed his approach. Some mornings, he brought the extra tea. Other mornings, he didn't. And when he didn't explain or apologize. At first, the old man reacted with frustration, then confusion. But over time, something unexpected happened. The tension faded, the expectation weakened. And slowly, a different kind of interaction took its place. One that wasn't built on routine, but on choice. One morning, after weeks of this new pattern, Amir brought 2 cups again. He handed one to the old man. This time, the old man looked at him, paused, and said something he hadn't said in a long time. "Thank you." Just 2 words. But they meant everything. Because this time, it wasn't expected. It was appreciated. And that's the difference most people miss. When kindness is freely given, it creates connection. When it becomes expected, it creates pressure. This story isn't about stopping kindness. It's about protecting it. Because the moment you lose your sense of self in the process of helping others, kindness stops being a strength and starts becoming a burden. So if you've ever felt drained from giving too much, if you've ever been made to feel guilty for not doing enough, if you've ever questioned whether your generosity is being taken for granted, then maybe it's time to ask yourself a simple question. Are you being kind to others? Or are you forgetting to be kind to yourself? Because the truth is, self-respect isn't the opposite of kindness. It's what makes kindness real. And without it, even the purest intentions can backfire. If this story connected with you, make sure to subscribe for more real stories that make you think.